Well, hello there. Welcome back to Kerbalized Realism, brought to you by the KBC. As always, I am the host, Foxworth Kermit. It's a new year for both humans and Kerbals alike. 2025 for you and 1959 for the Kerbals. January 20th, SconeBone Kermit taking off from Edwards to fly above 51 kilometers and land on that new runway in Vandenberg. As he takes off, he points near vertical, like 60 degrees or something. After hitting the 51 kilometers, he levels out for just a second, then points towards Vandenberg, basically heading straight down. There will be no stalls and spinning out of control this time. Apparently, them G's got to him a little bit that last time. He pops up from the clouds and gets clearance to fly over the new launch facility. Those seem a little close to the end of the runway, don't you think? That's definitely a very Kerbal-like design. Cruising to the runway for a soft, buttery landing. We move ahead to January 30th, the new Thorn Series rocket. This being the Thorn Kable Star, with the first ever commercial payload, the Koms1 test satellite. It didn't take companies long to jump on aboard. After the SCORE demonstration this past December, launched from the pad at LK-26A, going for an inclination above 30 degrees, and apoapsis between 2,500 kilometers and 4,000 kilometers, and a periapsis above 420 kilometers. Nice, smoke them up for that one. The payload is released. It burns its tiny booster to push into the final orbit. Vessel ownership transferred. The contract completed successfully, and the satellite has been transferred back to the customer. Jumping ahead to May 21st, it's the Thorn Kable Star WRESAT, Weapons Research Establishment Satellite. Launching once again from the pad at LK-26A, its purpose is to demonstrate the ability and uses of a polar orbit, along with the ability to perform a retrograde re-entry deorbit burn. Suborbital re-entry is one thing, but coming back from an actual orbit is a whole different ballgame. Reignition of the engine above the Mitten of Michigan to push for the final orbit. As it continues north, you can see the northern lights as it's about to fly over them, and will cut its engines above the North Pole. It descends into the darkness and gets ready for retro fire. As it enters the atmosphere, it appears to be in, a radial end position? As the nose cone rapidly heats up, it's orientated retrograde in hopes that the engine bell can withstand a higher heat. The heat dissipates, it flips back around, and boom! The entire thing just explodes. They did successfully get into a polar orbit, giving the scientists many ideas. Early Kerbal spaceflight era science finishes on June 12th, bringing this to a close. Don't forget to hit that like button and sub if you're not already. Goodbye.